Hi everyone, welcome back to the Dr. Sia channel. In the video here today, we're going to be talking about yet another one of the trauma bonding types that I call torture bonding. Let's get started. All right, so what is torture bonding and how is it related to attachment? So torture bonding is a type of bonding we do. It's a type of trauma bonding. And if you don't know anything about the other types of trauma bonding that I've talked about before, check out some of the other videos in this playlist because they should all be about forms of trauma bonding. Now, torture bonding is a very particular form of bonding that happens for children. So here's where the attachment bit comes in. For children where they have persistently experienced their caregivers as people who intentionally or unintentionally end up hurting the kids so much, torturing them, exacting so much pain onto them, or that they have simply decided or unintentionally made the child feel as though they have something so horrific within them that then they have to be tortured for that for the rest of their lives. Now, as adults, these children often turn out to have quite disorganized attachments, where they have this strong urge to be tortured by somebody else, to be hurt by somebody else. And often this syndrome is related, or this type of bonding is related to masochism. This idea that, if the person is torturing me, twisting me, contorting me, harming me, then something feels right about that. Something about that feels like, yeah, this is where I need to be. If I need to be constantly ridiculed, persistently pushed down and squeezed and twisted and hurt and agonized, that's the way I ought to feel. That's a person who I ought to be with, if they can do that for me. Now, of course, on the other side of that is this idea that this person, that they would also need to feel two potential outcomes. One, that they are a torturer, that they only find that they can operate as a torturer of somebody else, that they become this sadistic one, that they become the one who tortures the other, contorts the other, pressures the other. And then in that, there's a sense of dominance and control. And then that kind of gives them the only way that someone would be with them if they're kind of exacting that pain onto them. So that's one option. So that's why you get the masochist, sadist kind of combination. Or it could be that this person themselves is tortured because of like kind of the unintentional torture that they're exacting onto the other and how tortured they feel about that in return. So almost like a victim kind of tortured position. Both these individuals who are in a relationship like that would be confusing the torturing that's being experienced and that's been dealt with love. They would think, oh yeah, that's what love looks like. Contortion and twisting and agonizing and pain and giving suffering. To give suffering must be love. That must be what it is. That's what we've always had, and that just must be the case. Of course, the truth is very far from it. And now, while these relationships do exist, and we're not here to judge at all, they do exist not because love, the torturing aspect at least, is not because of love. That's because of something else altogether. Now, I hope you found this video useful. I hope if you're in a relationship like that, or if you know someone in a relationship like that, or if you're a therapist who's working with patients who are in relationships like that, that you found this video useful to you, to your friends, to your patients, to your work, and so on and so forth. If you did, please give it a like, please subscribe, and I'll see you again for the next one.